What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be making a video about a group that I made called Boycott Roots Remake. Alright, the Roots, we all know, is a miniseries about miniseries about slavery. But I have a problem with that miniseries because the name is Roots. Alright, so it gives the false impression that the history of black people in America, or black people around the world anyway, starts with slavery. And that's not the case. And if you want to go into the roots of it, black people are the parents of humanity and all civilization. So let me go more into this by scrolling down. All right, here we have Olmec head in Mexico, and we have an Olmec head in Ethiopia. And this Olmec head was given to Ethiopia by Mexico as a show of support to show that they understand that Africa is the birthplace of civilization and humanity, and everybody has their roots in black people. All right, all right. I don't know what this is. Somebody's posting stuff on here. Here we go. Then we got Egypt. We all know Egypt is in Africa, but if you watch movies, they'll make you think that Egyptians were white, and it doesn't make any sense when Egypt is bordering Nubia, and we all know Nubians are black, and Egypt is bordering Ethiopia, and we all know Ethiopians are black. So why is it a thing that this African civilization has been taken over? Because it's, if not one of the greatest civilization and the foundation of modern civilization. So they just want to take that away from us. When you say roots, this is the greatest roots of them all. All right, what else do we got? They make all these roots movies, but where are the movies about the Moors? And see, here's another thing that a lot of people never talk about: the Moors. The Moors, which actually they did actually help white people enslave other black people, but the Moors were actually princes, kings, noble people, royalty. They were royalty in England and in British, or whatever you want to call it. These are the people who helped the white people navigate and find America. These are the people who were, if you've seen Amistad, there was a treaty that at the end of the movie they let the people free because they were Moors. These are Moors. They had contracts with the white people that actually inflicted slavery on everybody, and eventually they were enslaved themselves. So that's a history of black people that they don't like to talk about, the Moors. And so, but they actually do, you know, shout it out sometimes. Like here's Morgan Freeman as a Moor, and I think this is a Robin Hood movie. And yeah, this is T.I. That was, I guess T.I. is in the remake of the movie, and I'm just like, he's a coon. All right, now here's the History Channel makes a movie about Hannibal, and they actually use a black man for once, and it's crazy. So that's why I had to put it up here, or somebody else posted this actually, and then they show you, the fake Egypt movie. Once again, they always doing fake Egypt movies. I think they got another fake Egypt movie coming out with Tom Cruise. All right, and here's another thing showing you about how we are the roots of Native American people. Look at this. Native American, they show you Native American, they look white all the time. But if you look at the old pictures, it's black people. It's black people. And now they've been whitewashed so much through movies that it's like, it's crazy. But here's the thing, Snoop Dogg was like, he's against the Roots movie because that's not our roots. That's not our roots, man. Our roots is the foundation of all civilization and humanity on this planet, not slavery. All right. Yeah, roots. All right, look at this. How do you want to watch Queen, Amistad, Rosewood, The Django, 12 Years a Slave, The Butler, The Help, Selma, Book of Negroes, and Underground, and still think that Jesus loves you? Like, what is wrong with you, man? How many, this whole Jesus love you thing, I don't know. I didn't make that post, but But to all those slave movies and stuff, that's what they want to put in our head. They want to make us think you're nothing but slaves. That's why every movie they gotta portray you as a slave. And I can make so many different videos of how they portray black people. Another thing showing out the History Channel on how they finally actually made Hannibal Black. I never actually watched it because I kind of had to figure that they were going to tell some lies, and that whole Hannibal story kind of pissed me off because when I first found out about how he promised to burn Rome to the ground and he didn't burn Rome to the ground, and that's why these motherfuckers run this shit now. It's just like it just pisses me off that he got the job done, he defeated them, had them all backed into a corner and didn't fucking chop their heads off, and that's what the problem. We always soft on these motherfuckers. That's the problem. All right, what else do I got on this page? This is one of my favorite pages when I make. It's kind of a little inactive right now. Nick Cannon says he wants to see more movies about African kings, like Mansa Musa. Like every time a movie come out, why we gotta be slaves? Why can't you show a movie about Mansa Musa? They're not gonna do that. And here's my talk about the Roots. I'm telling you, we boycotting this shit. That's the whole point of this page. We're not watching Roots. That's the Moors taught the Europeans how to bathe and properly sanitize their environment. That's something else that they don't like to talk about. They want to talk about roots. Let's talk about roots. All right? Muslim enslavement in Africa. All right? The Muslims try to get off and act like they're so cool, but they did a lot of fucking horrible shit to black people, and Africa's still doing it to this day. Look, all right. I like this post. It says, many scholars believe the Beja to be derived from early Egyptians because of their language, physical features, and they are the indigenous people of the area. Look at these people. You know what I'm saying? This is black people, but every movie, they'll show these people. They will show these people, but as the slaves and as the... Do you know what they like to do? They like to show Egypt in the period after it was conquered. Because there is validity to white pharaohs in the sense that once it was conquered, then white pharaohs took the throne. And there was black people as slaves. But the Egyptians never enslaved the white people. So that's where another misconception from the Bible. The Egyptians were enslaved. And then white people became Egyptians, and then they changed it all to Christianity, and there's so much shit that they've done. They flip shit around and make it seem like that we're evil. When it's obvious who the fucking evil people are. Look, this is the if black people had fucking money to make a miniseries to disrespect somebody, this is roots for white people. What we would do for y'all, but we don't got that shit. We do got it, but it's not them ancient Egyptian and Grand Canyon. Now this is a fucking interesting story. Another story about how black people are the roots of all civilization. This shows that ancient Egyptians were here in America and they had some kind of civilization here, but it's being covered up. And this is a tunnel that leads to has some ancient Egyptian artifacts in the Grand Canyon that they will not allow you to go to this day. All right, here's some more Native American black that had nothing to do with Egypt. John Horse. You go to johnhorse.com, it tells you about this man. If you want to talk about Nat Turner and slave rebellion, this was the most successful slave rebellion ever. He was not killed. He defeated all the white people. They actually gave him land in America, but then white people, you know how they are. They had to overturn it. Then he had to move to Mexico. It's a whole crazy thing. He never got killed by one cracker. He killed mass crackers. They always tried to get his head, and he never lost a battle. He never lost a battle. His people were strong. They moved from Florida all the way out through into middle America. Then finally they were pushed into Mexico, and where they still have a village today. So do you want to talk about Native American Negro? This is the Native American Negro right here who fought and freed his people from slavery and got to another country. And they never talk about that. JohnHorse.com. He's a very important man. Native American Negro. You want to talk about roots? The Sand people are genetically the first. Our history runs deeper than that Roots movie. The first people on this planet, black people. Look, 200 years from now, they'll say this is Tupac. And you know that's true. You know it's true. They're already trying to make it seem like all black rappers are fucking retarded, and the only ones that have a little bit of sense are the ones that light skin. This is how they fucking systematically push out black people out of something that we created. Look at this pre-Columbian indigenous god. Look at this sculptures. Look how people represented themselves back then with the gold. They were never seen as this light skin. And when you say people who are indigenous, and then they show somebody who looks like a fucking white guy, or when you see white people wearing dream catchers and the different tribal markings and the earrings, and you ask them why they wearing that, they say, I'm Native American. You're not Native American. How did you get off the boat, a white person, and you come off the boat and you see red men, and now all red men are just white now? No, I don't think so. It was more like a burgundy. We know what fucking red men we're talking about. You can see the pictures and the reliefs of the people, their own artwork. Native American artwork never shows them as being pale like that. They even have whole fucking language about people who are pale. They was not pale. They had color. Then you want to say, like, look, here it goes. Virginia passed an act in 1682 that combined Native Americans and Africans into one category, Negroes. All right? Look it up. Look it up. Here it is right here. The knotted line, 1682 Christian Percentage Virginia Slave Act. Look that up. All right, I gotta go. But look that up, and it will tell you how the people who were enslaved were black, African, Moors, Native Americans, Islanders, all these different people. It was so many different things. We're not just from Africa. There are some from Africa, but most of us was already here. And I gotta go, but tell me what you think about this video in the comments below. Subscribe, like, peace.